So let's talk about the head tag and the body tag in this video. Well, the head tag is where you would put uh, all your external uh, CSS files, files that come from the outside that you want to use inside your current web page. Well, how would you do that? Well, inside your head, you would go ahead and link those CSS, for instance, by typing link, and then you would put in the location inside this href. You would put in the location of that file. It could be a file that's on your local computer, or it could be something that's coming from the internet. It doesn't matter. You just put the location of it inside the href attribute in your link tag that's inside the head tag. Now the title, what does the title do? Let's go to this website I have open right here. It's called Mashable.com. Well, in every page that I open, I have something right here in the tab. For instance, this says Mashable. When I go to space, this is gonna say something like space news, trend, reviews. Well, this is something that's in the title tag of this web page, for instance, where I can do the same by saying, for instance, in my file right here, I can say this is my title, and if I save that and I go to open my file, or I refresh my file because it's already open right here, I refresh my file and I would see that title inside the title section right here on my web page. Well, yeah, that's what we have that we can do with the head tag, or in the upcoming video I'm going to show you how you can even put your style inside this head and be able to apply those styling to any elements that goes inside your body. Well, inside the body, what I said about the body tag earlier is that everything that you want to see on your computer, everything that you need to be rendered in your web page would go inside the body. For instance, let me say h1. This is another tag that we're going to see very soon, and I'm going to explain it. Let's also say p. The p tag is actually the paragraph tag in HTML. Well, let me say right here, this is the h1. Oops, the h1. And then inside the paragraph, let me go to a website called Lorem, just to get some data I can put inside my paragraph. Lorem dummy text libsum generator. Okay, I'm going to copy some paragraph right here and go back to my text editor, paste that inside my paragraph tag, go back to my page right here in the browser, refresh, and tada. Well, we have two elements rendered on the web page, and as I said, this is the body. Like anything that I see right here, it is the body. But what is this? What are these? Well, this is the h1 that I was talking about. This is the h1 that I put on the top of in the top section of my body, and this is the paragraph that I have written inside my text editor. Well, when I can go right here, you can see that everything that we have in the body is shown inside our browser, but we cannot see these tags right here. So these are just HTML tags. You won't be able to see something like body right here, all you see rendered is this h1 and your paragraph. Well, h1, well, we have h1. What does that mean? It means that we have also h2, or maybe we do have h3. Let's see what's the difference between h1 and h2 and h3 and so on, and what actually is the h1 or the h3. What is it? Now let me say first h2, h3, yeah, let me h4, let me explain this first. Let me put something like this is the h2, and then let me say this is the h3. Let me also say this is the h4. Save, go back to my browser, refresh. Wow, well, I see that the difference between these h is that h1 is bigger than h2 and h2 is bigger than h3 and so on. Well, these h are called headings in HTML, and they are very useful. For instance, you want to write something, a paragraph, and give it a title, then that paragraph would that title would be something like an h1, or that title would be something like an h2. So depending on the font size, or depending on the design that you want to have. Well, something I need to mention about these headings is we only have h1 down going up to h6. We do not have anything beyond h6, like h7 does not exist. Well, it's only h1 and h6, and the bigger the number, the smaller you go, the smaller font that you get. So that it means that the smaller size of these headings that I would get would actually be the h6, and the bigger size would be the h1. Well, let's see h5 and h6, the size of them. Let me say h5 and also h6. Let me say this is the h5, and let me say this is the h6. Well, save, go back to my browser, refresh. Well, h6 is so tiny, but h5 also, it is tiny. I've never used h6, and I don't think that many people use h6. Well, h1 is very useful, especially when you're dealing with titles, your designs. You want to give something a title, then yeah, you would use an h1, you would use an h2, you would use h3, but not many people go beyond h3 or h4, or not really many people use h6. I've never seen it, but yeah, as according to your designs, you can use these headings to make things look beautiful. And actually, we're going to be applying or using all these tags, and in upcoming videos we're going to see something called the attributes.